Alright guys, this video is how to make Joojeh Kabab the perfect way. Now I'm going to give you guys some instructions. These are some of my ingredients that I'm using: cayenne pepper, black pepper, Himalayan pink salt, turmeric, paprika, olive oil, lemon and lime, onion, and saffron, and yogurt. So we're gonna calculate how much meat we have. In this case, I have 4.2, and then I have 1.8. So roughly I have 6 pounds of chicken breast. So to make Joojeh Kabab, I'm gonna give you guys instructions how to get your base ready. As far as first, what I like to do, I like to get saffron, and I'm gonna put an ice cube inside of a little cup. I'm gonna put the saffron on it, let it melt. Not too much, not too little. So for 6 pounds, this is about 1/3 of a teaspoon, and my teaspoon is slightly smaller than regular teaspoon. So I'm gonna put it right here on top of this ice, and I'm gonna put that aside. I'm done with this. I'm gonna close the saffron. That's all finished, and this is gonna just sit here to go to room temperature. Now, as far as my ingredients, for each pound of chicken breast, I'm gonna have 1 teaspoon of the pink salt. Now, my teaspoon is slightly smaller. Usually it's 5 ml, this is 4. So I have 6 pounds. I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the 6 teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon per pound of chicken. As far as black pepper, I'm gonna put half a spoon per chicken. So half a spoon. I'm gonna put 3 full. Now pepper is a little bit lighter, so 1, 2, and 3. So 3 black pepper. For each pound, I'm gonna put half a spoon of turmeric. So again, it's gonna be 3 spoons in this scenario. This gives it a nice color. So 1, 2, and if it's okay, if it's a little bit less, a little bit more. So that's my 3. So half a spoon of turmeric, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I like to, for color purposes and flavor, add paprika. Now I'm not gonna add too much, but again, let's say for 1 pound, I'm probably gonna do about 1/3 of a spoon. So I'm gonna do 2 spoons of paprika. So 2 spoons or half a spoon. So again, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. So let's say half a spoon of paprika, or slightly less, 1/3 of a spoon per pound. I did 2 full spoons of paprika. Now I like to add cayenne red pepper, even though Azita doesn't like red pepper, it still tastes great and she doesn't recognize it. So I'm gonna put very little, in this case, half a spoon. So if it's a 1 pound, I'll put like a 1/6 of a paprika. So these are my dry ingredients. All the dry ingredients, I'll just mix them up. That's all my dry ingredients. Now, for each pound of chicken, especially chicken breast, which doesn't have a lot of fat, need to do 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So in this case, it's gonna be 12 tablespoons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 2 tablespoons of olive oil per pound. Now, again, these things are not exact science. If I did 10 or I did 11 or I did 12, 13, it's close. Now we're gonna, I like to use lime and lemon. I'm gonna squeeze those again. I like to have, for each pound of chicken, I like to have, again, 2 spoons of lemon or lime. So I usually do mix it up. So I'm gonna juice these to see how much I get. I put a separate cup, I'm gonna juice them up. Oh. Juice them all, and lime and lemon combined. So roughly, again, it doesn't have to be exact, but it's gonna be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. A little bit more, it's okay. So that's 12. So 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of lemon and lime mix for each pound of chicken breast. That gives it a nice lemonish flavor. Now the special ingredient is going to be our mastahuneki, our homemade yogurt. So again, for each pound of chicken breast, you put 2 tablespoons of must. That means 12 tablespoons of must. So come in here, we got our must. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now I'm just going to mix this marination. Make sure everything's nice and mixed up. So as far as onion, it's got a lot of good enzymes that's going to break down and help marinate the chicken. But I'm going to add this at the end. Typically for each maybe 3 pounds, I'm going to have 1 whole onion. If I only have 1 or 2 pounds, I'll just still do 1 onion. It's not a big deal. But I'll show you how to cut the onion so you can get the best out of it. But that's towards the end. As you can see, the saffron, it's melting. It's slowly melting, it's fusing into that ice, so it becomes really flavorful. For Joojeh kebab, there's 2 ways I do the chicken breast. You know, remove some of the excess fat, but this is a nice full-size chicken breast, which is great. I like to split it in half and have it kind of like a Joojeh Kabab Bargi. You can do it chunks too, so it'll be Joojeh Kabab, which is more traditional way, but that takes a little longer to cook. And if you're gonna do it on a grill or anything like that, it's easier the other way. But let's just try it Bargi for now, because last time I did it was delicious. What I'll do, again, I'll hold the chicken breast right here. You're gonna have a sharp knife. You hold it down, and then you just run the knife, let the knife do the work. I'm gonna make it 2 fillets. See that? And this. Same thing for this other chicken breast. Hold it down. You have 2 breasts, just like that. What I like to do once I get the chicken fillets, I'm going to use the back of my knife, just tap on it. Just slightly. And that's all that. This one's a bigger, thicker piece. Going to get nicely marinated when it has all these. And then for chicken bag, we'll just split in half and do sikhe bag. خب این همه chicken ها که من کوبوندم و marinate شده. All the chickens have been marinated and ready to go. حالا we're gonna use this melted saffron. Before you add any other marination to that, let's add the saffron to this. So, and now I'm gonna just let that saffron and the chicken mix. I want to get that color. This is how the chicken gets its color before you add all the other stuff. Let the saffron and the chicken marinate. Get that color changed. And just let it sit for 5 minutes. Usually while I'm doing all the other stuff. But yeah, you gotta get all the chicken out from the underneath. Mix it all up. Okay, now I've peeled my onion. The chicken's been sitting with saffron for about 5-10 minutes. I'm going to add my marination to the chicken. My marination in the chicken. Then I'm just gonna mix it all up, make sure every chicken's got nicely marinated. You gotta get the shovel them down from the bottom up and allow that marination to really soak in. Okay, at the very end, once I've mixed the marination with the chicken and everything's all settled down, I'm going to cut the onion. The onions, we're going to cut it in half. Now you don't want big pieces of onion. You want, be able to easily separate it. When you cut the onion in half, you see the long side is this way. You want to make sure you split it this way. This way you get the most amount of the onion enzymes out. And that's why it starts making your eyes tear. Watch out, I'm not cutting. So essentially I cut all the onion this way, so you can see it's kind of in this form. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of crush it, squeeze it, try to get a little bit of juice out of it. Mix it into the marination. So just crush it, get some of that juice, and then you still want to have big pieces so you can easily separate it at the end. Okay, at the end I've got all the onion. I've kind of squeezed it all out, got some juice out of it. They're on top. I'm gonna mix all the onion into the marination, and then that will be it. I'll put it in the refrigerator. I like to let it sit for 24 hours. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna probably put a lot of the excess in the freezer bags to keep it for later and make some of the ones fresh for the kids. So bon appetit.